Hello and welcome to a special episode of Profiles in Risk. This is your host, Tony Cañas. Today I have with me Cortney Helfrich,
Yep.
Chief Personnel Officer at Wilbur Group, which is a Subro law firm, and Chair of the Education Committee at RICE, Rising Insurance Star Executives. We recently had Amy Cooper, founder of RICE, and that was a fantastic episode. And the RICE conference is coming soon. We are recording on May 13. The RICE conference is like 3, 4 weeks away. I will include the info for the conference somewhere here on the screen, and the link to register. So yeah, but we're talking about RICE Education Committee today. So Courtney, first of all, thank you for joining me today. How's it going?
Oh, thanks for having me. It's actually going really well. I feel like it's been a busy conference season. I was like, we've seen each other already at a conference. I keep waiting for the time where we see each other passing at the airport, going
Um,
separate ways. So I feel like we've just been traveling and
Absolutely. I just got back from a 18-day road trip. So conference season this year started for me in Florida in January, which is weird at the Florida insurance advocacy group that my friend Link Lamparelli runs.
okay.
Then PLRB in Indianapolis like a month
Yep.
and a half ago. Uh, and PLRB was very, very special for me because my girlfriend keynoted, and it was my first paid magician gig. So it was an awesome week for us. And then it directly led to me going to magic school for 7 days residency in Vegas at the number one magic school in the world, the Jeff McBride School of Magic and Mystery, which was life changing. From there, I red-eyed, literally, like school ended, I want to say like 6 p.m. Vegas time. Then we had dinner, and then I took the red eye back to Atlanta where I live, but not to go home, to go to the CPCU Leadership Summit, which was here in Atlanta, or into leadership. It was amazing though. That was a mile away from home. I was able to like roller skate in. And then I had 2 days at home, and then I flew to Chicago for SIR, which was a very pleasant surprise. Uh, Ended up joining SIR and did a couple of nights as a spectator at the Chicago Magic Lounge, and got myself an audition. Also got escorted out of the Chicago Magic Lounge, but the audition is still on. Um,
Okay. So good.
and then I took I flew last Wednesday from Chicago to Atlanta, but I got into Atlanta at 11 p.m., came to my apartment, dropped off my stuff, slept 4 hours, showered, and then flew to New York for the Insurance Capital Summit, which was awesome. And it was
Wonderful.
amazing. Like the whole road trip has been amazing. And then I made a crucial mistake Thursday night. I cheated on Delta, and we're now in counseling. I cheated on Delta, and I flew back Frontier to save $200. I flew
Okay.
back Frontier from Newark, a mistake I will never again make.
Mm,
6 hours delayed, and it was too late to switch airlines or do anything else. So I ended up getting home Friday morning at 4 a.m., canceled all my morning meetings, and effectively jet lagged myself without leaving the time zone. And like it's much better by today, but I paid for it for the last 3 or 4 days. So yeah, conference season has been crazy. I have a little bit of a reprieve here, and then we keep going. And Rice is coming. Uh,
I
so
know.
so Courtney, so Rice. Let's not spend a lot of time on Rice itself, since Amy was just on the podcast, and I'll include
Yeah.
the link. But Rice is basically the young professionals group for the insurance industry. Started heavy in claims, and is now much more than that. Uh, so tell us about the Rice Education Committee and the work that you guys are doing.
Oh, yes. So I was ecstatic last year when I was able to join the education committee. Actually, at that time, was being led by Courtney Brace, who did a wonderful job, had great organization. There was a chance to put my name in the hat to be the chair, and
Is being named Courtney with different spellings a requirement? To
maybe,
Okay,
maybe.
perfect. So if you are named Courtney and you spell it differently than current Cortney and past Cortney, then you should definitely apply. Anyway, continue.
Like you'll have a really good shot of we're just going to keep this Cortney string going. So she
Exactly.
passed it off to me. We had a transition period at the end of 24, and she had already got the gears going and turning, and it really just kind of set me up to hit the ground running. I mean, there have been so many behind the scenes projects that we've been working on that are just now coming out that it just gets me so excited because this is really what my passion is. Professional development, especially early on for individuals to kind of learn about insurance and get excited about it, is really where like I spend a lot of my time, because I've been here for, we're going on 15 years at the same company and in insurance essentially since 2008. I'm dating myself, but I'm fine with that. And I fell in love with insurance really early on. And I think that's really one of the key factors about why I'm so passionate about getting others to love a career in insurance. And one of the big things is kind of learning about insurance and having different opportunities, because not everyone goes to school and is like, I want to be in insurance.
Nobody,
Right?
just about, right?
Me, one person.
Oh,
I
you're
read
an
an
RMI
article.
major?
Yeah, I was risk management and financial services is what I majored in, but
Okay.
I didn't start
Yeah,
there.
that is
I didn't start.
extremely rare.
Yep.
And in fact, what I have found, I have asked hundreds of RMI majors how they ended up in RMI. And what I have largely found is they went to school at a school that had an RMI major. They were going for like another business degree, and then Gamma Iota Sigma had free pizza and a great speaker, and they got recruited in, and now they're so glad they did. But almost nobody shows up at school going, I want to do RMI. So anyway,
Yeah,
continue.
no one says that, and it just leaves me bewildered because why not?
Because nobody knows about it.
So
Nobody
many career
knows.
options.
So number one, as an industry, we have a bad reputation in the economy, right? People think that
Yes.
insurance is something like the average person thinks insurance is either a necessary evil
Yep.
that like the spectrum goes from necessary evil to scam. That's how they see us, right? And that is not at all what it is. So and as a career, the perception is that insurance careers is either selling life insurance to your friends or doing claims, neither of which are popular career options. And the
Yes.
reality is so much deeper, so much more texture than that. So anyway, continue.
Yeah, no, there's so much. And so when I started as the chair of the Rise Education Committee, we had projects lined up. I was like, I want to get these things out. I want to get this information out there. So it actually started first with a podcast with Scott Francis. We had an idea. We were like, we wanted to do a podcast and just show all these different roles in insurance. So we literally interviewed 13 people in different roles in
Awesome.
insurance, asked them 10 questions, and that is actually being released. I think we're on episode number 4 is coming up. I just
Fantastic.
watched the last one they released. It was Kevin Wolfolk on
Is
subrogation.
that easily available on all the podcast platforms? Like how do the listeners find that?
Yeah, you can go to the Rise Insurance LinkedIn, and then
Mhm.
from there they have the links. It might be on Spotify and Apple also, or I think it might also be on the Rise app. Which, if you're not on
Okay.
the app, you're missing out.
Okay.
Honestly,
I am not. Uh,
yeah, I'm not sure we can be friends. Where's the exit button? Where's the exit button? I need to go.
anyway, it's okay.
There's
So the
so much
podcast
community there.
has been coming out. Okay.
Yeah, so we got a podcast out and it is quick. I'm talking 5 to 8 minutes, and you get to learn about 13 different careers in insurance. So we recorded that in a month and got that put out, which is just great because it's 5 to 8 minutes really quick. You learn about all these different careers, not just claims. It's not just claims, it's not just selling
Fantastic. So
insurance.
for the listeners, definitely check that out. Also on YouTube, and I'll try to remember to include in the show notes. On YouTube, if you search for Insurance Nerds tier list, over
Ooh.
11 and a half minutes, I go through 42 different jobs in insurance and I put them on the tier list. And Darren Bloomfield had, I want to say, 15 episodes of his show called A Day in the Life, where he did the same thing, interview people about what they do within insurance. So this is all fantastic resources to help you find your way within insurance. Anyway, continue.
So that it is so true. So once you like become interested in a facet of insurance, it's then like you want to learn more. So that was the
Uh-huh.
next project. So
Absolutely.
we spent 4 months coming up with a introductory certificate program. I'm talking like certificates on introductory. We have right now, we're getting ready to release the first three. So we have auto, we have property, and we have subrogation. And they're introductory
Is
courses
the, is
where
the,
you
is the,
get
is this an extra charge, or are they going to be free for Rise members?
they're going to put out more details on the
Okay.
ride. You have to come to the summit to get some more details on it. So come to the summit.
People,
So
okay, let me pause you right there. So we did the episode with Amy. Go listen to that one. But people, there is no better deal in the insurance industry if you want to grow your career than becoming involved with Rise. And the conference, there is no better conference for rising insurance professionals. It is priced well. It is so much fun. You will learn and grow so much. Rise will even help you sell it to your leadership. Even Amy and team have even designed that piece of it, which is hard. I'll be there doing magic. Like, what do you have to
I'll
lose?
be there.
And this is literally like a very cost-effective conference for an insurance conference. It's very, very cost-effective. There are plenty of discount codes out there. The insurance discount code is on the last episode that I will include in the show notes. So yeah, this conference is like a no-brainer. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. So we decided we were going to do introductory certificate courses because what better way? Like we said, not many people go to college to be in insurance, and sometimes they go to college and they have a different major, but now they're interested in a career, and so we wanted to offer certificate programs, and so that's what we did. Literally,
Amazing.
we had industry individuals. Wilbur Group actually sponsored it. We had individuals come to our office and record. We recorded videos, and you can get through an introductory certificate course. You can get through it in about 45 minutes to an hour. They are like quick videos, there are
Okay.
chapters, there's a quiz, and it's not just a talking head. I mean, there is so much in there as far as graphic, real life examples, scenarios, and they're quick videos. So there are 5 videos in each chapter, and they're about a minute long. And you can learn so much so quick. And that will help you because A, you're learning more, and B, that adds to your resume. It adds a RISE certificate to your resume. Add in that when you actually do a couple of them, when you do the first 3 from the first educational series, you get a RISE badge. And who doesn't want to add a badge to their signature line or add a badge to their social media? I mean, I think it is just so important for people to realize like through RISE, you can get some introductory certificate courses and learn about insurance. You may be interested, get some idea about what different options that there are, get some education. And from there, you'll create a network, kind of like what you were saying, Tony. Go to the summit. You're going to meet people.
Oh my
You're
God,
going
yeah.
so many people that you're going to end up seeing them at other places. And you're going to want to kind of engage with them, interact with them. And really, most importantly, you're going to want to learn about them and they're going to want to learn more about you and how they can help you. Because that's really when we talk about rising insurance star executives, we're all there to share our experience, share our knowledge, and really help this next group that's coming up and want people to
It
be
is one
excited.
of the friendliest conferences.
Right.
I basically go to insurance conferences for a living, and there's many that I love.
Mm-hmm.
CPCU is where I grew up. ITC, there's nothing more fun than ITC if you're in the insurtech side. I just fell in love with SIR this last week. Rice is special. Rise is uh, laser focused on helping you grow your career.
Yeah.
And that is rare at conferences. And it's also priced in like so well. I don't know how Amy does it. And I always say Amy, I know it's a big team around her, right?
No.
I don't know how they do it. Because membership in the organization is free. The conference is very cost effective. It is crazy how much value they're creating.
Yeah, no, I think it is. It is just so key to kind of have a place that young emerging professionals can go. Like, where do you start at? Sometimes when you go to those other conferences, it's like I'm trying to make friends. Like you're trying to have friends. At Rise, there are so many network contacts that I have met through Rise that I've seen at these other conferences. And then you have friends, and then you have people that you can talk with who are then you'll get exposure talking, hearing about what their career is. And then also you end up meeting other people. You get to hear so much. And when you have a question or you're lost or you're like, this is a dumb question, I don't know if I'm going to ask this. Rise is a place you can go and ask that question because there is no dumb question. There literally isn't. You have a whole community of people who want to help, who want you in insurance and want to show you this really awesome career you can have. It's what we're trying to do. And so any way that we can help, that's what Rise does, which is not always the case. It may not always be the case. You kind of have to start having friends and having a network of people who will help you along. We weren't meant to do life by ourselves. We weren't meant to have a career by ourselves. So it's not a me thing, it's a we thing.
Love it, love it. So the certificates, when are they coming out?
Mm.
And so if I understood correctly, there's a basics of insurance certificate, and what else?
So there's 3 different
Okay.
programs. So there's an introductory for auto, introductory for property, and introductory for subrogation. And that's the first education series, and it's coming out in June. Like I said,
Perfect.
come to the summit if you really want to get the deets firsthand. Come there. There's a second education series that'll cover different facets of insurance that'll be released later on. But it's kind of like a building block. You have to start somewhere. So let's get started with these ones as introductory courses. And then there's other educational series that the education committee is working on that's going to come out later this year. We've had so many suggestions of people saying, I would love an introductory course in this facet or this industry or on negotiations. There's so many out there. And so this is just the beginning from Rise, just the beginning of these introductory courses to really get these young emerging professionals a place to get started.
Fantastic. And so for the real nerds who want to dig deeper and have a hand in making this happen. So if somebody's interested in the education committee, what does that look like? How do we get involved in the education committee?
Yes. So we actually once a year we have like open calls for people who are interested. And if you want to join in the middle of the year, wink, you got to know someone. So you can reach out to actually me. You can also reach out to Desiree or Tori or Amy to get your name on the list. We meet once a month and we talk about projects. And the really great thing is that we also have smaller subcommittees that are working on webinars, they're working on blogs, there's the educational series that they're working on, and we also have podcasts too. And so there's a lot of different subcommittees that you can join depending on what you want to be involved in, what you on your end, how much time do you have, and what your interests are. We actually just did a call for panelists. The education committee is actually in charge of the twice a month Wisdom Wednesdays that Rise puts out on their LinkedIn. And that comes from the education committee. And we just did a call for speakers. So if you're interested in being on a Wisdom Wednesday through Rise, you can feel free to send me a message on LinkedIn, or you can send me an email, and let's see what topic you want to share. What do you want to tell others about, and
I
really
I
excited.
I will add that I wrote an article years and years ago called "The Hitchhiker's Guide to Getting Your First Management Role,"
Okay.
and basically it was all about the complaint that the whole like you interview for the manager role and you get told we love you but you don't have management experience. Well, how do I get management experience without you giving me a management role? And the answer to that, one of the answers to that, is volunteer work, committee work
Yep.
in one of the many organizations in our industry at CPCU, CAS, whatever. uh, this kind of work gives you great interview fodder for future interviews for the day job, and gives you leadership, gives you real leadership experience within our industry, and it puts you in front of incredible contacts that become powerful mentors, sponsors, etc., for the rest of your career.
Yeah.
Uh, so
No, I think that
it's
is
a no-brainer.
so big. I mean, you have to have some platform that gives you the opportunity to kind of gain extra experience. I mean, depending on the size of your company, you may not be able to cross train. You may not be able to always try slots or join project management or
Mm-hmm.
get
Yep.
leadership experience. And so what better way to do that than at an association who wants to provide that opportunity for you? We want to give people that chance to kind of have a platform to talk about a topic that they're interested in, or write a blog, be on a webinar, take a certificate course. I mean, the sky is the limit with what this education committee wants to accomplish and get out for everybody. They have other committees too. So I talk about the education committee. It's near and dear to my heart, but there's a innovation committee. There's a DEI committee. There's a student committee too. So there's other committees that are working on projects for 2025. I'm only talking about one small slice here of what RISE has coming out in this year. There's so many big things coming, and I'm really excited that
It
I get to
is
get involved.
mind-blowing how deep that rabbit hole goes with rice. It
Right.
truly, like, I have no idea. Like, insurance nerds were very good at random ideas. We're very bad at execution. Rice is incredibly good at execution. It is incredible the number of things that Rice is pulling off. And it is an absolute pleasure to see it. And I am so excited for the conference again this year.
Woo.
I think this is my third one. I missed the very first one. Uh, and Courtney, thank you so much for your time today. This has been amazing. And see you at Rice.
I'll see you down there. Thanks, Tony.